expect to see any violence here today.
I certainly hope so.
The WWF, what the world is watching.
Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside with my colleague Jesse the Body Ventura.
That's right, Gorilla. I'm pumped up. I'm here to call it like it is, as Jesse the Body always does.
A tremendous happening right here. You won't find any better action anywhere. Unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gorilla, I'm pumped up. I'm happy to be a part of it. It's great to be back with you.
It's my pleasure to be here with you and part of this happening. Unbelievable.
Here we go. Time for talk is ended.
Absolutely.
They're ready. They've trained hard. What a matchup this is going to be, Gorilla Monsoon.
Unbelievable ovation as they're hanging off the rafters. Just take a look at the fantastic spillover crowd here for this extravaganza. The World Wrestling Federation outdoing itself and presenting this unbelievable part of wrestling. Holy, I'm so excited, Jess. You can feel the electricity in the air here. You can grab a hold of it, touch it, cut it.
That's right. It's everything I expected it to be, Gino Monsoon.
Well, you said that right, Jesse. And this is just an international affair. We're just deluged here by cameramen and newspaper reporters from all over the entire world wanting to cover this event. Boy, it's a happening.
Well, this is going to be a classic matchup. You're going to see some tremendous moves in this bout.
Speed, agility, knowledge, it's all in there. All the ingredients necessary for a great match. This will separate the men from the boys right here.
Well, Gorilla, you can feel the tension right now. This is what it's all come down to.
You can cut it with a knife. You can feel the electricity in the air.
You're going to see some fine wrestling here.
Absolutely. Take a look at the charisma. Take a look at the power pack.
Oh, definitely. They're both in great shape. Great shape. I got to do my normal. Say hi to my 4 biggest fans in Minneapolis. Terry, Tyrell, Jade, Jeremiah.
They could be the only 4.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I never heard you say hello to anybody else before. And you're a long way from home, Jim.
Halfway across the country. Prince is watching at my house.
Oh, Prince.
He's a big fan, you know.
I understood just that your dog was named Prince. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, someone misinformed me.
You're all full of misinformation, Monsoon. We may see some rule breaking here. You like to believe all scientific, but you'll see greed come out.
I'll be surprised, Jess. I'll be surprised. Both men have extremely high character. Tremendous respect for each other.
I can feel the volcano getting ready to erupt.
You think so?
Oh, I can feel it, the tension. Great, Jess. How come you don't believe everything I tell you?
Because sometimes you're a fountain of misinformation.
Never. I'm the man who tells it like it is.
Must have had some steam on your lenses.
You're worse than Watergate, Monsoon.
That point in time. Yeah,
how are you going to win if you ain't aggressive? You injure something, you go after it. What is this?
He's also a sportsman.
A sportsman. Sportsmen are only involved in duck hunting and pheasant hunting.
Not an easy hold to counter. He certainly can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah, that's smart wrestling. You know, if you can get your body in the way of that referee,
dirty wrestling.
Dirty wrestling, smart wrestling is winning wrestling, Gorilla. Now, don't you dare tell me you never thumped nobody.
I may resemble that remark.
I remember you and Jack Dempsey back in 26.
Always
always remember, it ain't how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose.
That's not exactly what I heard your motto was, Jeff.
What'd you hear?
I remember you saying many times you had a shirt made that said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
That's true, too.
Yeah, I thought that.
That's true, too.
You resemble that.
But like I said, you know, all spares love and war.
Chant going on from this capacity crowd, USA. Like two wild bulls.
This is a straight grudge match right here. These two guys just do not like each other.
No love lost here.
It's going to be a classic confrontation here. You got two veteran wrestlers.
These two guys also just are the type of guys who, if necessary, could wrestle for an hour and a half.
Definitely. I tell you, these are like two big Mack trucks colliding head on.
Irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Both of these guys will be pulling out all the stops. You can bet on that one. Can you imagine just what's going through the minds of these two individuals?
Gorilla, how would you like to be that little referee having to try to contain these two guys?
Well, that's where you use the count, Jess. You don't try to physically step between these guys where you get squashed like a grape.
I like to take my time, too. It's a psych-out thing, Gorilla Monsoon. It's a psych-out. You get your opponent, you get him upset. Just those little added edges can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
Very, very important part of professional wrestling, psychology, and no one knows it any better than my colleague. Very well put, Jesse.
Well, it's important, the pace of a match. Some guys like a slower pace, other guys like a faster pace. And if you can get your opponent to wrestle at the pace you want to go at, that's to your advantage at all times. You know that as well as I do.
You know, my key was never play another man's game, Jess. That's right. You know, they can play your game if at all possible. Don't play his, and if you can't get either one, then just wing it. That's right.
Pinfall.
And the match is already about to get underway. The superstars lock up. Another exclusive matchup for Coliseum Video. They're ready to get down to business.
Yes, I was impressed very much so by their attitude going into this match. They both said that they're going to give all of their all. And I'm certainly looking forward to that one. Not only my mind, but everybody else's mind too.
Very cautious at first. They move in, collar and elbow. And boy, this crowd, they've been waiting for this encounter all night. You've got the power and skill.
Yes, and his feet are foot too. Don't forget that speed is a very, very important factor in this particular match. Doesn't he look confident?
This is going to be some battle, I think, for off the pace.
He certainly knows how to strike most effectively. He may be in for a rude awakening here. I don't know so much so. He certainly knows what he's doing, Shawn.
Well, two very interesting styles meeting head-to-head here. Two very gifted superstars. And I think that they are going to have to use every tactic. Yes, their vast vocabulary of wrestling.
Yes, even in the book.
And Lord Alfred Hayes, both superstars, very cautious at this point.
They are indeed. One thing they've got to do, they've got to pace themselves. There's no getting on the outside and having a little respite for 2 or 3 minutes. You've got to be in there the whole time. One of the most important keys to success is being able to pace yourself correctly. You know, both do their homework very, very thoroughly on their opposition. So obviously they've looked, reviewed tapes, probably Coliseum tapes at that, to see how each has fared.
So we've got a great matchup here.
Indeed we have.
Took a long way to get there, but I think we made our point. Well, I have a feeling that this is one encounter that is going to get a bit wild. So Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. They're doing a special broadcast this evening, Your Lordship, around the Horses Network.
Well, that's very kind of them. But I'm still sure that Bobby Heenan gets paid for it.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't a charitable move on the Brain's part.
And then Gorilla's not far behind him, you know. He likes a few pence in the pocket, too. Yes. Though he never picks up a tab if you go up to him.
What a great match to him. That's an exclusive encounter for Coliseum Video. And I know for a fact we're going to see some sparks in this battle.
Yes, this is a plum of a match for Coliseum Video. They really have excelled themselves with this exclusive.
Surprised he wanted to stand toe-to-toe there. I'd like to end this.
3 pinfall.
What's his name?
Brought to you by Burger King, where we do it like you do it. Ready for action, and the Dallas Rang and match officially underway.
And I'll say this match literally exploded from the opening gun. Without a doubt, going for the quick win.
It means quickness here tonight.
Going right on the attack. I think that's a mistake, McMahon. I'd stay away from this guy.
Well, I don't know about that, Jesse. This is going to be some sensational matchup here.
This should be a great matchup, McMahon. You got two guys in here that can wrestle.
I'll tell you what, certainly we've had our share of excitement thus far, and this is bound to be a very exciting matchup. I thought we were going to see a scientific wrestling match. It certainly isn't starting out that way.
There's no love lost between these two.
No, that's for sure. All right, Jesse, who has the advantage?
Give the match a little bit more here. Let's see.
My goodness, and look at this. Hammering away. What a seesaw matchup.
It started off a wrestling match, and now it's turning into a fight.
Again and again and again. So I don't think that thing's around the other way, that he would be pouring it on as well. He certainly would have done that.
Certainly. You go out to win.
Wow. What a matchup. Come on, ref, get in there. Oh, punching. Or at least that's all he's demonstrated here thus far.
Well, maybe that was his game plan. Strictly a roughhouse match. Maybe he feels that by roughing the match up, it's to his advantage to gain the victory.
Well, this is a free-for-all.
You know, I like this. Yeah. Because you can't complain about it. And that's legal.
Yes, indeed.
You can't complain.
Having some degree of difficulty here in this matchup.
Well, I knew it would be a great matchup. I mean, the guy's credentials speak for themselves. He's a winner.
The wrestler relies on tremendous agility and great speed, notwithstanding his extraordinary stamina. I don't believe he's impressed at all.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's been a precedent set here now. Obviously, this is the stronger man, so he's going to have to rely now on quickness and technique in which to secure a victory. He's not going to out-muscle. He's showed that right there. He's the stronger man.
Maybe right now he's the stronger man. As the match progresses, I wonder how much of that strength will be sapped from his body.
Oh, definitely.
1,
Another
2,
sensational maneuver.
3,
Remarkable. I didn't think he had it in him.
4,
That's pretty hard.
5,
That's a chiropractic adjustment to heart.
6,
I've never seen that done before quite like that.
7,
If I haven't seen it, I know for sure you ain't. I know this is trivial, McMahon, but this is cable. I can say 8.
That's the second time you've offended the youth of America.
And you know the great thing about it? You can expect anything.
Right now, I think you're really in some trouble.
I could tell him how to get out of this, McMahon. Works every time. A quick thumb to the eye. You spin the man around when the ref can't see it, and you thumb him.
Come on, we have youngsters watching this program. Thumb him to the eye, indeed.
That's a smart move to use everything available to you.
Smart.
Which is what he needs and wants to do. are tough. I mean, really tough. Now he's roughing it up. Now he's going back to some classic wrestling. Now you're seeing smart wrestling. And that's Vigo look, man.
Interesting, and I believe Osborne has proven himself to be the aggressor in this match. And I don't know that that's the way that we normally would have expected this match thus far.
Well, it's hard to tell. You know, in the world of wrestling, much like the old cliche of football, on any given day, any given wrestler can beat another given wrestler.
Did you see that?
That one just about as good as the thumb to the eye, didn't it?
1, 2, 3, pinfall.
You're the man responsible for Bobby Heenan getting run off the air. So you stay in line with me. Don't you worry about that, Jesse Ventura. Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you, this capacity crowd is going crazy for these guys.
Many are standing and cheering.
Not even Mickey Mouse and Goofy could get in here. And you know what? I call them both trying to sneak in the back door. Huh? They ain't never going to try that again.
Tremendous crowd on here. The stage is set. The combatants are ready. And you better believe they're prepared for this.
Well, we should see some spectacular moves in this bout. This ought to be some great wrestling with these two because mechanically there may not be two more sound wrestlers in the world.
They got a plan.
Certainly they got a plan. The question is, will the plan work?
3,
all the plans in the world,
4, 5.
Okay, Jesse the Body Ventura, what you would think just right now the butterflies are starting to mount.
Absolutely. Every man has to have a tremendous amount of confidence, but as I said before, there'll be only one winner. Confidence isn't going to win it for you.
Anything can happen here.
Hold it.
All right. Oh, listen to the boos.
Hey, I said hold it down.
They don't like it, Jesse. You know, I think, though, Jesse, realistically, fans all around the world, regardless if you are from Australia or Great Britain or USA, certainly the tactic will have to really get your blood boiling.
And why is that?
Because he was arrogant, because he thinks so little of everyone, Jesse.
Simply because the man can wrestle, Tony.
Well, he can still
treat the commoners with respect.
Yes. Good to have you with us wherever you are.
2.
He's looking our way. I don't think he likes the way you're dressed. I don't think he likes anything about anybody.
I think he maybe needed a physical from me before the matchup. I can take his heartbeat, you know, Tony.
Get your hands off my chest, please. When he makes his way over here, you stand in front of him.
Hopefully he won't get over here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What a crowd here, though. I can't believe it. Filled the capacity. I told you before, not even Mickey and Goofy could get in, and I made sure they couldn't. They didn't have tickets. Did you have a ticket, Shivani?
No, I don't. What are you insinuating?
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted to sit beside of you. It was okay. Listen to the fans.
They are standing and cheering.
Well,
they are really prepared.
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling this match could go a long, long time.
Well, they're in such great condition, Jess, that it's going to have to take a long time.
And even besides the condition, Tony, it's the egos involved. I mean, how will each man be able to look himself in the mirror tomorrow? That's a tough pill to swallow.
For those with big egos.
Well, you got to have a big ego to be a top wrestler. Look at this capacity crowd. Wow. Tremendous arena here. Great to be a part of it.
It really is, Jess. It is a tremendous crowd, and they have been fired up for this match, and they've seen a dandy so far.
I'll tell you, the Perhaps maybe a referee should do that, Tony.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, I'm just saying. Let them settle their differences. Be a little bit lenient. Let the match go on. When you got two tough guys like this, they got to settle it.
That's exactly what we have. Two tough guys. Right.
And the vicious, oh, look at this.
And Jess, you knew it would be like this.
Absolutely. Now with these two guys, I can't imagine either one of them.
Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside with my colleague Jesse the Body Ventura.
That's right, Gorilla. I'm pumped up. I'm here to call it like it is, as Jesse the Body always does.
A tremendous happening right here. You won't find any better action anywhere. Unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gorilla, I'm pumped up. I'm happy to be a part of it. It's great to be back with you.
It's my pleasure to be here with you and part of this happening. Unbelievable.
Here we go. Time for talk is ended.
Absolutely.
They're ready. They've trained hard. What a matchup this is going to be, Gorilla Monsoon.
Unbelievable ovation as they're hanging off the rafters. Just take a look at the fantastic spillover crowd here for this extravaganza. The World Wrestling Federation outdoing itself and presenting this unbelievable card of wrestling. Oh, I'm so excited, Jess. You can feel the electricity in the air here. You can grab a hold of it, touch it, cut it.
That's right. It's everything I expected it to be, Gino Monsoon.
Well, you said that right, Jesse. And this is just an international affair. We're just deluged here by cameramen and newspaper reporters from all over the entire world wanting to cover this event. Boy, it's a happening.
Well, this is going to be a classic matchup. You're going to see some tremendous moves in this bout.
Speed, agility, knowledge, it's all in there. All the ingredients necessary for a great match. This will separate the men from the boys right here.
Well, Gorilla, you can feel the tension right now. This is what it's all come down to.
You can cut it with a knife. You can feel the electricity in the air.
You're going to see some fine wrestling here.
Absolutely. Take a look at the charisma. Take a look at the power pack.
Oh, definitely. They're both in great shape. Great shape. Say hi to my 4 biggest fans in Minneapolis, Terry, Tyrell, Jade, Jeremiah.
That could be the only 4.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I never heard you say hello to anybody else before. Well, you're a long way from home, Jeff.
Halfway across the country. Prince is watching at my house.
Oh, goodness.
He's a big fan, you know.
I understood just that your dog was named Prince. Is that correct?
No.
Someone misinformed me.
You're all full of misinformation, Monsoon. We may see some rule breaking here. You like to believe all scientific, but you'll see green come out.
I'll be surprised, Jess. I'll be surprised. Both men of extremely high character. Tremendous respect for each other.
Feel the volcano getting ready to erupt.
You think so?
Oh, I can feel it, the tension.
Give me a break, Jess.
How come you don't believe everything I tell you?
Because sometimes you're a fountain of misinformation.
Never. I'm the man who tells it like it is.
Must have had some steam on your lenses.
You're worse than Watergate,
At that
Monsoon.
point in time. Yeah,
How you gonna win if you ain't aggressive? If you enter something, you go after it. What is this?
He's also a sportsman, Jess.
A sportsman. Sportsmen are only involved in duck hunting and pheasant hunting.
Not an easy hold to counter, Jess. Certainly can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, that's smart wrestling. You know, if you can get your body in the way of that referee,
Call it dirty wrestling.
Dirty wrestling, smart wrestling, it's winning wrestling, Gorilla. And don't you dare tell me you never thought nobody.
I may resemble that remark.
Yeah, I remember you and Jack Dempsey back in 26. Always remember, it ain't how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose.
That's not exactly what I heard your motto was, Jess. I remember you saying many times you had a shirt made that said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
That's true, too.
I thought that was
That's true, too.
You resemble that.
But like I said, you know, all spares, love and war.
Chant going on from this capacity crowd, USA. Like two wild bulls.
This is a straight grudge match right here. These two guys just do not like each other.
No love lost here.
This is going to be a classic confrontation here. You got two veteran wrestlers.
These two guys also just are the type of guys who, if necessary, could wrestle for an hour and a half.
Definitely. I tell you, these are like two big Mack trucks colliding head on.
Irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Both of these guys will be pulling out all the stops. You can bet on that one. Can you imagine just what's going through the minds of these two individuals?
Gorilla, how would you like to be that little referee having to try to contain these two guys?
Well, that's where you use the count, Jess. You don't try to physically step between these guys, or you get squashed like a grape.
I like to take my time, too. It's a psych-out thing. Absolutely. Monsoon. It's a psych-out. You get your opponent, you get him upset. Just those little added edges could mean the difference between victory and defeat.
Very, very important part of professional wrestling, psychology, and no one knows it any better than my colleague. Very well put, Jesse.
Well, it's important the pace of a match. Some guys like a slower pace, other guys like a faster pace. And if you can get your opponent to wrestle at the pace you want to go at, that's to your advantage at all times. You know that as well as I do, Gino.
My key was never play another man's game, Jess.
That's right.
You know, make him play your game if at all possible. Don't play his, and if you can't get either one, then just wing it.
That's right.
Seesaw battle going on here, Jess.
Definitely a good matchup.
How quick the momentum can change in professional wrestling and the tide turns, so to speak. If you don't have a basic wrestling knowledge, you can forget about it.
That's right. Unless possibly you're an awesome individual like a King Kong Bundy.
Well, I understand that he also has a tremendous amateur background.
That makes it doubly bad. Doubly bad.
It's like having dynamite with a short fuse.
Apparently some damage done to that
hamstring in there, Jeff.
Hamstring muscle, whatever, sure.
It happens all the time. Plenty of injuries.
That's what I'm talking about. I thought it was a stupid move.
Well, I disagreed with you then, and I disagree with you now.
Well, look, apparently he's injured himself.
It happens all the time, Jess. It goes with the territory. I understand somebody's in jeopardy of losing their yacht, Jess. Is that correct? Who? I don't know, one of your millionaire friends. I don't know.
Not Marv.
Oh, no. I didn't say any names, did I? Oh. I know you like to rub elbows with this.
One. No. They like to rub elbows with me.
Sorry.
Three.
Find out.
Four.
Not so sure.
Five. I was on the plane the other day with Farrah Fawcett. Couldn't keep her away from me. Had to call the stewardesses for help.
Can you substantiate that?
Certainly. Ryan O'Neal saw the whole thing.
I know.
Had a chance to see Mr. Perfect's father, Larry the Axe Head.
Yes, I did.
Still got a 24-inch neck. He said he had to lose 20 pounds. I said, get your neck down to 18, you'll lose it.
Oh, one of the big fans, Jess, of the WWF.
Yep, Sugar Ray Leonard. I guess you'd call him the undisputed middleweight champ now, right? I'd dispute it, though, because I think Marvin Hagler won.
You have enough undisputed things to claim, Jess. Bob Uecker was here last year. What a guy.
Well, I won't talk so good about Bob Uecker. To me, he ain't such a great guy.
How about Van Dyke?
Well, I keep hush on Vanny.
Oh, Bobby, welcome.
Hey, this is it, man. This is the first time I ever had an option renewed. Second year for me, Gorilla.
Glad to have you back.
Well, I guess it's okay. You know, like they said, they renewed your contract. Like you said, you never got that in baseball. You're 1 year with each team there.
Hey, come on. I'm looking forward to it, man. Good to be back with you and you.
I'm going to have trouble, I can tell here, sitting between the Uke and the body.
I don't think Vanna White has to worry about getting chased around by this.
He's having a good time. Deluded, Mr. Bateman.
That's your main reason for being here, Hannah White?
Yeah, I'm supposed to meet her here someplace.
Well, do you have any idea that she's in love with me?
I saw something about that in some tabloid. No, that's not her.
It was, in fact, the National Examiner,
Is that where it was?
Page, yes.
She wouldn't come here unless she got a date from me. And I was very upset about that. Jack Tunney never asked me.
I'm sure you're aware, Duke, that the body is going to be behind the broadcast booth as well for baseball.
Yes, I know that. I heard all about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Uke, you'll never see nothing like this in baseball, will you?
This looks like the final day of cutdown day in spring training to me.
3, 4.
Boy, Dr. Frank Joe would have a picnic at this thing.
Hey, Uke, you know something?
Yeah, what?
With your lifetime batting average of 200, that means with every swing you can only hit one guy out of 5.
The only thing, if I ever had a good year, it would mess me all up now, you know? Woo! That's why I never wanted to be an MVP, just for reasons like that. Good example.
That's why you hit 200, huh?
Well,
Keep you out of that running. Well, you know, Uke, if Vanna has good taste, you know she's less filling then.
yeah. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that.
Will you two stop?
You know, that's kind of like talking to the third base coach before you lay down the bunt, Uker.
You're familiar with that.
Then again, in your case, Uke, you got to make contact with the ball.
And most of my third base conversations came from the dugout.
Well, you know, when money's involved, there ain't no friends, Uke.
You would know about that, wouldn't you, big boy?
Definitely.
Well, guys, hey, look, it's really been nice being up here with you. I told you earlier.
Bailing out already?
Yeah, I'm bailing out, man. I'm here to see Vanna. She's someplace in this arena looking for me, and we missed connections when I came in here to the announce booth. Vanna, if you're listening here on closed circuit, I'm on my way, darling. Hang on wherever you are, and security, please be careful with her. Vanna, I'm on my way.
Uke, are you after her vowels?
No. Just a letter here and there.
Oh, okay.
Well, see you guys. You bailing out of the broadcast position, heading, going out to try to find Vanna.
1,
You know what the funny thing is, Gorilla? I know right where she's at. I just can't say my room number over the air.
Oh, come on.
please.
Well, she didn't deny that article that was in the Examiner, Jeff.
Well, neither did I.
No, I guess not. Well, this one has gone a long time, Jess. I don't have a clue how much time has elapsed, but it's got to be well past 10 minutes already.
I bet you on these guys' bodies it feels like 45 minutes right now. Tell me, Gorilla, what was your biggest weight you wrestled at?
440.
440. The heck did you eat when you
Super
weighed
heavyweight.
440?
Just about everything.
I know you were on a seafood diet, right? You ate everything you saw. You know, this match could end up who's got the most endurance in 5 minutes. Neither one of us going to have anything left.
I'm afraid I have to agree with you, Jess. Although when I was at my heaviest at 440, I could go an hour out there. This match has gone longer than I expected it to go, Jess.
Really?
Absolutely. I expected they would come out here and in the first couple of minutes let it all hang out and see what happened.
As old Yogi says, Gorilla, it ain't over till it's over.
That's right.
And there ain't no point system in the pros.
Absolutely not.
I can't even hear you, Gorilla, hardly.
That may be a blessing in disguise.
That could be.
For me.
He's fighting him, Gorilla.
Could you tell that from this vantage point?
You're darn right I could. I don't have Coke bottle glasses on.
Oh, neither do I.
I got 20/20 hearing, Hansu. Clean out your ears.
Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to understand.
Well, that's a cheap shot, Gorilla.
I thought it was rather exciting and rather innovative. Get his attention right away. Make him burn up some more energy.
I don't think I'd want this guy's attention.
Mr. Moves.
I would have left him daydreaming.
Think so?
Hey,
He's been there before. He knows what it's all about. You're not going to psych him out either.
he's as dirty as they get, Gorilla.
I don't think that's the case at all. But nevertheless, just you don't settle anything out there in the middle of a match. You know that, and I know that. It's an unwritten law in the world of professional wrestling. You've got problems, you settle them outside the ring, not inside.
Yeah, but Gorilla, remember something. Laws are made to be broken. That's another Jesse proverb.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here to hear that.
You know, the wolf climbing the hill is always hungrier than the one that's on top.
Even after you double-cross somebody.
That gives you all the more reason.
Everything is history up till now. This is happening. This is what's going on.
You know, playing devil's advocate a little, Gorilla.
You call it whatever way you see it.
I always do. I'm the only announcer that does.
You seem to soften him up a little bit with that last one, though. You might have caught him on the bridge of the nose. You know what kind of pain that can generate.
Now, how can you tell?
I can tell from my vantage point.
With those Coke bottle glasses you wear, you could tell.
Yes.
You know, I always say that. Sometimes the little things are the devastating things. A good old thumb to the eye.
Disgusting type move.
Can you blame him?
No.
That's skill wrestling, Gorilla.
That's cheating.
It's skill. It ain't cheat, Gorilla, unless you get caught.
Unless you get caught. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, those are your rules, Jeff.
That's the American way, the American rules.
Well, it just makes me glad I retired.
Makes me glad you retired, too.
Well, a lot of guys were glad when I retired.
You can't win fair, cheat.
Yeah, that's your motto. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
You know, Gorilla, that's how all the great fortunes were made.
Think so?
Certainly. Same thing goes at the blackjack table. Cheat.
This is unfair. This is not right.
Oh, this is unfair, but earlier, that was all fair, right, Gorilla? You're cool with that. Oh, that's right, you didn't see any of that. You were too busy stuffing another hot dog down.
I was too busy trying to digest some of the food that you've been laying on me.
Did you ever eat one of Chico's enchiladas, Gorilla?
No.
Oh. You're not normal for a week.
Oh, I like that kind of food, Jess, but it doesn't like me.
You know, let me ask you something, Gorilla. You look like you ate a whole pumpkin pie
Will you
today.
stop?
I can't believe
You're
it.
just jealous because you didn't get it.
Whipped cream and all, I'll bet, huh?
I'm surprised at the lack of output.
Well, maybe I don't know.
Are they in awe?
Could be.
It happens. Happened to me in Madison Square Garden, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, from what I heard, it happened on more than one occasion.
Oh, well, the word submit is not in their vocabulary.
Gorilla, you can beat anybody with a submission hold if you get it on right. I don't care who you are. Come on, you ought to know that.
I know the determination.
Hey, you can have all the determination you want.
Ever heard the story of David and Goliath?
Yeah, he used a foreign object, too.
Well,
Come on, Gorilla, quit playing such favorites out here. Announce it.
if the shoe fits, put it on. That's what I say.
I'm
Jess.
starting, you know, I used to like broadcasting with you. You're getting worse than McMahon.
I am.
You know, the guy's got $1 million body and a 10-cent brain.
Why don't you tell him that face to face?
I don't have to. I'm way up here with you, Gorilla.
Sorry. You're safe here, right? You like to be in broadcast position as opposed to being down there in the ring.
What are you talking about? I've been out 2 years. I could go down there right now.
Well, I'd buy a ticket to see that. Let's be realistic. You're out there in Hollywood. I'm all over the country.
Gorilla, I have eyes and ears everywhere.
Stooges, you know.
Stooges? Don't ask me, Gorilla.
Well, you traveled all over the world.
That I have.
Your heyday? I'm sure you were.
What is this in my heyday stuff?
Well, I'm going way back now, Jeff, when you were Navy SEALs.
It was only about 5 years ago, I think.
5 years ago? You had the gold around your waist, Jess. You know what it's like.
I like it because you know me, Gorilla. I've always been one to enjoy colorful things.
You certainly have. You just get in there with whoever it is.
I used to.
Well, yeah, you used to complain a lot. I remember that.
And I also got a lot of experience in tag team wrestling.
I know that.
The honky-tonk man, he held the title longer than anybody.
Claimed to be the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Well, you know, if you count just strictly time duration.
Held it longer than Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson.
There's a name on the mask.
No kid, what a relic he was.
Well, at least he gives something away to the fans. I remember you never threw any of those earrings in your mouth.
Monsoon, my earrings are covered with diamonds and stones. What do you think? I'm gonna throw out $5,000 pair of earrings to some idiot?
Highly unlikely.
Man, got that?
No, not that you would throw them out, but they cost $5,000. Come on, ref. Whoa, be careful. This match could be over in a second here if you do that.
That's right, you lay a hand on the referee, it's bell time.
I seem to remember you doing that several times during your career, Jeff.
Never on a referee that didn't have it coming.
Look out. We'll be lucky if the ring stays together.
You better step into that ring and you better be prepared to go because you can bet your opponent is.
Absolutely. Pull out all the stops. 4, 5.
Gorilla?
Sure, Wild Red Berry.
Wild Red Berry.
Yeah, he's since passed away.
There's a name out of the past, definitely.
1. Where's the brain?
Count. The brain's always there when one of his men wrestled, Gorilla.
Well,
Brain has too much invested.
Well, I'll be anxious to get back in the locker room when this is over and have a few words back there and see what's going on now with the Heenan family. He's not too happy.
Bobby the Brain's got a lot on his mind, Gorilla.
Obviously, you wouldn't know you never had a manager.
I had a manager in '81, Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yeah, and he took your career right down the toilet.
Hey, Heenan's a pretty tough guy. If you were to go against him, I'd bet on Heenan any day.
I'll hold the money.
You'll hold the money, you'd be flat on your back. Call him the Brain.
The Weasel.
You mean Bobby Heenan?
Yeah, his nickname is the Weasel. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, like people like you, it's his nickname. You know, Monsoon, you ought to quit knocking Bobby Heenan. He's just proving why he's the head of the Heenan family.
Well, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it.
Why is it everyone likes to beat up poor Jim?
Go where?
No, it's because he's small and there's bullies. Everywhere you find him.
He sticks his nose where it don't belong a lot of times. You know,
melding of the minds out there. What he did to the Harts was totally legal. He owned a portion of their contract. If he wanted to give it to the Rougeaus, why not? It's America.
Sure.
Especially now, because the Rougeaus are American boys.
Well, that's right.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, didn't your parents come from some foreign country? Well, then they're no different than you.
The Rougeaus were not born here.
So in other words, Gorilla, as far as you're concerned, tear down the Statue of Liberty?
No, I didn't say that.
But if anybody can bring him around, it's the man outside the mouth.
Or desert him or sell him down the river.
The mouth with the megaphone.
Certainly has a reputation.
He told me that the reason he brings the megaphone down now is because he says your play-by-play comments are not up to par when his men wrestle, so he likes to handle them.
Yeah, you wish. I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him across the street. He is a henchman, a stooge.
You know what I love, though, Gorilla? You can come up with all those derogatory adjectives sitting up here because you're 200 yards away from it. Brilliant.
He's a sneak and a snake.
What? Sneak and a snake, but a smart one, right?
Don't forget, Schyster, the colonel.
Wait a minute, Gorilla.
Did you ever see them at ringside when they didn't get involved? Give me a break.
They are there strictly as managers.
Sure.
They don't have tights on. I can't believe what a paranoid guy you are.
I've been around too long, that's why I'm paranoid.
And with Mr. Fuji.
Nothing Fuji does would surprise me.
Would you buy a car from Fuji?
Absolutely not. Or anything else for that matter.
If he can help out any way, he's gonna. Traditional.
Ceremonial salt ceremony.
It's nice to still see tradition in this day and age.
There aren't too many evil spirits he has to chase away from here.
You're one.
Well, maybe.
4. You gotta remember, Fuji hasn't wrestled in years. us just years, you many years, you decades. There's a lot of forearms, a lot of punching, a lot of kicking, but when it boils down to it, you still got to go back to basic wrestling to win. I don't care how big you are. You go to a man's eyes, you're going to stop him.
Do whatever you have to do, Jess, at this particular point in time.
Oh, it's okay as long as you like him, huh, Gorilla?
No, I didn't say that. I think for everybody involved here, you pull out all the stops, Jess.
That's what I said earlier, Gorilla. I said it's not how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose.
Well,
and you got all over my case about that.
I didn't say that. I questioned some of these things you said over the years.
I think you've been hanging out with McMahon too much lately.
You think so?
Yeah. He's a bad influence on anybody. Quit arguing.
I understand.
It's getting too late in the night to argue with you.
Take a walk. Where you go? You can't go. You can't go back in the locker. You're the commentator.
I don't care.
The body throwing his headset down here on the table. Just walked out of here. I can't believe that.
3.
I thought he was kidding. He's not turning around. He's 3/4 away back to the locker room area. I can't believe it. Jesse just walked out of here. Maybe he'll be back now. Only time will tell. Never know what the body's going to do. Do it all as far as knowing the moves and counter moves in professional wrestling. Every once in a while I take a look back towards the dressing room and I don't see Jesse on his way back. Tag USA! The body is back. Welcome back, Bod.
Thank you.
It was very unprofessional of you, Justin. Storm out of here like that.
I'm a professional monsoon. They're paying me big money to be here. I'll learn it, and don't you give me no hard time. I've had enough for now.
Well, perhaps the body's going to stay with us, perhaps he's not.
Wow. Vicious maneuver, Gorilla Monsoon.
That'll take all the starch out of you, and in a hurry. Given the opportunity, should he slap it on you and complete the maneuver, forget about it. I never saw you do anything like that, Jess.
I was more of a power wrestler.
Yes, I remember.
Hey, I never saw you do none of that either.
Not at 400.
But then again, at your age, Gorilla, I never saw you at all anyway.
Boy, he is extremely confident, Jess. He thinks he's got it all together. He thinks he has the ability.
Well, I won't argue with you on that, Gino Monsoon. He is something to see. Like I said, he's not just another pretty face.
But we're looking at a guy who's got determination, Jess. We're looking at a guy who's got that, what we talked about earlier on, intestinal fortitude. And in my opinion, got the conditioning that's needed. Of course, his forte, if he slaps that on you, nails you, when he forget about it.
That's right, and I love it when he gets a chance to use that.
But it certainly did the job.
Definitely did.
Right on the back of the head, right in the external occipital protuberance area. That'll knock you out to the middle of next week.
What? Can you repeat that again, Gorilla? What you said there, where he got hit.
That little bump on the back of your head.
Okay. Back of the head for all you non-people out there.
1, 2.
He's got to do this on his own.
You know, I've always known you over the years in your career, Jess, as always being controversial, and you certainly created more controversy when you reached down and grabbed the bar when it had 712 pounds on it.
Well, what happened there? Let me explain that quick, Gorilla. I only put 2 pounds of finger pressure on that, so he still did 710.
How can you possibly know how many pounds of pressure, Jess?
When you've been lifting as long as I have, Gorilla, you know exactly how much. I just put my 2 little pinkies.
Oh, give me a break.
2 pounds, so he still did 710. There's nothing illegal about that. Didn't say you did. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you, Schiavone, don't you get out of line with me, because I wrestled. You're the man responsible for Bobby Heenan getting run off the air. So you stay in line with me. And I'll tell you, this capacity crowd is going crazy for these guys.
Many are standing and cheering.
Not even Mickey Mouse and Goofy could get in here. And you know what? I caught them both trying to sneak in the back door. Ha! They ain't never going to try that again.
Tremendous crowd on hand. The stage is set. The combatants are ready. And you better believe they're prepared for this.
Well, we should see some spectacular moves in this bout. This ought to be some great wrestling with these two, because mechanically, there may not be 2 more sound wrestlers in the world.
They got a plan.
Certainly, they got a plan. But the question is, will the plan work? You can have all the plans in the world, somebody.
Okay, Jesse the Body Ventura, but I would think just right now the butterflies are starting to mount.
Absolutely. Every man has to have tremendous amount of confidence, but as I said before, there'll be only one winner. Confidence isn't going to win it for you.
Anything can happen here.
Hold it down.
All right. Oh, listen to the boos.
Hey, I said hold it down.
They don't like it, Vince. You know, I think, though, Jesse, realistically, fans all around the world, regardless if you are from Australia or Great Britain or USA, certainly the tactic will have to really get your blood boiling.
And why is that?
Because he is arrogant, because he thinks so little of everyone, Jesse.
Simply because the man can wrestle.
Well, you can wrestle and you can still
treat the commoners with respect.
Yeah. Good to have you with us wherever you are. He's looking our way. I don't think he likes the way you're dressed. I don't think he likes anything about anybody.
I think he maybe needed a physical from me before the matchup. I could take his heartbeat, you know, Tony.
Get your hands off my chest. When he makes his way over here, you stand in front of him.
Hopefully he won't get over here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What a crowd here, though. I can't believe it. Filled the capacity. I told you before, not even Mickey and Goofy could get in, and I made sure they couldn't. They didn't have tickets. Do you have a ticket, Schiavone?
No, I don't. What are you insinuating?
Well, then what are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to sit beside of you. It was okay. Listen to the fans. They are standing and cheering. Well, they are really prepared. Yeah.
Well, I got a feeling this match could go a long, long time.
Well, they're in such great condition, Jensen. It's going to have to take a long time.
And even besides the condition, Tony, it's the egos involved. I mean, how will each man be able to look himself in the mirror tomorrow? That's a tough pill to swallow.
For those with big egos.
Well, you got to have a big ego to be a top wrestler. Look at this capacity. Wow. Tremendous arena here. Great to be a part of it.
It really is, Jess. It is a tremendous crowd, and they have been fired up for this match, and they've seen a dandy so far.